Hey, what's happening? This is Tom, NerdRemix.com. There's a movie I've been waiting a while for because I'd heard so much about it on social media from Jim O'Rear, one of my favorite guys in the indie horror genre. Every movie I've seen him in, he's just, stolen the scenes, and really cool guy, really cool actor. I've interviewed him a couple times, and a lot of fun, a lot of interesting stories, and an all-around interesting guy. The movie in question is The Hospital. Now, it was written and by Daniel Emery Taylor and Jim O'Rear, and it was directed by Tommy Golden and Daniel Emery Taylor, who also plays the main villain in it, a guy named Stanley Creech, who is a caretaker of an old hospital that some paranormal investigators show, Scott Tepperman, basically dupes some people online into come spending a weekend in here and then bails, to kind of get their money and convince them they're shooting for a reality show. The guys that are kind of in charge are Alan and Jack. Jim O'Rear plays Alan, shilling like nobody's business, shilling like a villain in a Postmortem America 2021 t-shirt. Hopefully that's coming up soon. And Jason Crow plays Jack. He's kind of a Weasley guy. There's a bunch of young ladies that come to check out the paranormal investigation things going on. Anna, who's played by Lauren McGregor. You got Sky, who's played by Robin Schutt. Elaine, played by Alicia Clark, nice-looking blonde. And, of course, one of my favorite characters, Mallory, played by April Monique Burrow. Yes, Chainsaw Sally, one of my favorite characters, as if you cannot tell by the life-size poster right here and the autographed picture right here. And there's the Good Sisters is down here. I got a lot of Chainsaw Sally stuff. There's an actual chainsaw over there. I do not have a life-size Jim O'Rear poster, believe it or not. Maybe he can rectify that for me sometime. Who knows? Maybe we could get a life-size Jim O'Rear, fully inflatable. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, back into the story. They go to this abandoned hospital that may or may not be the South Pittsburgh hospital in Tennessee that's actually supposed to be haunted for real. They never actually say that, but I'm not going to say if they shot it there or not. You'll have to judge that. Anyway, the paranormal enthusiasts, you can tell right away that Alan and Jack think this is kind of fake and everything, and you think this might be a good, lighthearted 80s type of romp where, there's some sex, there's some kills, there's a lot of humor and stuff like that. By the third act of this movie, this motherfucker takes a dark, twisted fucking turn that I was not expecting at all. And there's some elaborate scam ruse type thing going on here, and it kind of devolves into a quagmire of rape, murder, amateur dentistry, and bleeding man ass, if you can believe it. And that's only the beginning, as it were. There's a lot of brutality and depravity in this. There's some real ghosts show up at the end where it kind of loses focus for me. But like I said, it takes a very dark turn at about the third act. Everybody is very good acting, and throughout, basically. Jim O'Rear, again, is excellent in this, and Daniel Emery Taylor is sufficiently creepy as Stanley, and the Stanley's Gonna Get You song is really cool as well. I thought that was a nice touch. There's some few complaints I have about the movie. If you're gonna do CG gore, only do it if you have the budget for it. If you don't have the budget for it, don't bother, because it just looks cheap. And I know you're saving a lot of money by not having to clean things up and resetting it, but man, some of the CG gore in this and some of the CG effects in this just are, they probably shouldn't have attempted it or done it a different way, executed it a different way if they didn't have the budget for it. But it takes away a little bit of the enjoyment of the movie. Doesn't ruin the movie. Like I said, April Brill's in this. It's kind of weird seeing her doing the screaming and on the receiving end of the violence than it is, her dishing it out, and very, very nice sex scene with her, by the way. And there's a lot of nudity in this. So if that's something you're into, then by all means, bully on you. If it's something that makes you a little squeamish, you probably want to steer away from this. But like I said, there is some man ass, and I didn't really need to see that. Thankfully, there's no Jim O'Rear full frontal, life size or otherwise. That's a plus. And like I said, it takes a dark turn in about the third act, kind of catches you off guard. Cool pacing throughout until you get past that third act and into the fourth act, and I guess into the finale, if you really want to give it a linear thing like that. It starts to drag and maybe gets a little too long in the fourth act, where the filmmakers really really rub your nose in it, and I think kind of overdo it a little bit. You know, there's certain things that are supposed to shock and disgust, and if you do it too much, I think you kind of desensitize the viewer, and I think that's kind of a little bit what happens here, and it loses a little bit of focus at the end. But other than that, like I said, strong performances throughout. Jim O'Rear is still one of my favorite indie actors, and you know, that's not just me kissing his ass either, because why would I? Anyway, very cool film, and I give it a solid 8 out of 10 based on strong performances. Pretty cool story, and a twist halfway through the movie that you didn't see coming, and kind of descends into brutality and depravity. So, you know, well done on all fronts. I give the Hospital a firm 8 out of 10, and I'm Tom, NerdRemix.com. Support independent cinema.